Hey everyone, my name is Jacob. So over the past few weeks, we've been talking about everything that we know about the future of Apple, hardware and software. So we did an iOS 14 video and an Apple Glass video before this, so if you want to go check that out, be sure to go check it out. There's a link in my description and a card right there. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about everything that we know about the iPhone 12. Taking a look at what's on the internet, all of the rumors and leaks, and remember, this is going to be released sometime in the fall, so we are still pretty far away from it, so we don't know too much, but we also know quite a bit. It's funny how that works. So anyway, let's take a look at Mac rumors and see what we can see. Rumors indicate that we will see a 5.4-inch iPhone, a 6.7-inch iPhone, and two 6.1-inch iPhones. The 5.4-inch is smaller than the current iPhone 11 Pro, while 6.7 inches is bigger than the current iPhone 11 Pro Max. So that's kind of interesting. I'm a really big fan of this form factor right here. This is the iPhone 10, not the Max version of the phone, and I'm a big fan of it. I like this size. Before that, I did have an iPhone 6 Plus. It was an iPhone 6 Plus, and I was a fan of the big size, but whenever I switched to this one, I'm a very big fan of this smaller form factor. Yeah, I like it, and the screen is big enough for me, so I like it. But different people have their different opinions, and this will definitely give a lot of people a wider choice. As for the design, the 2020 iPhones will feature an overhaul design with a metal frame that's similar to the frame of the iPhone 4. Now, I'm a really big fan of this idea because this is going to look a lot like, in my opinion, the new iPad Pros. Now, of course, I love the iPhone 10 and above design, but I'm also a really big fan of this iPad Pro design with the sharp edges. And let me just show you what I'm talking about here. See, this iPad Pro has sharp edges. I really, really like this design. It's so different for Apple, and I'm a really big fan of it. Apple's always been a rounded corner company. So here's the iPad Pro and the iPhone 10. If you can see the difference, they're rounded corners, and they're just a lot more smoother, while this one has very sharp edges, which I am actually a big fan of, and I'm kind of very interested to see how this is going to look on an iPhone. A lot of people enjoyed the iPhone 4 and 5 designs, and I think that a lot of people are going to like this new change. So yeah, the overall design will resemble the iPhone 4 or the iPad Pro, as I was saying. So yeah, we can see like these kind of sharp edges, which is going to be very different for the recent iPhones. We have not had an iPhone like that in a while, other than the SE one that we got in 2016 or something like that, which I don't really consider that like the newest technology, you know? So yeah, this will be something very interesting to see. Obviously, it won't look anything like this. It'll have just these sharp edges. I want to kind of make sure y'all know that. So other than that iPad Pro-like design, we also have slightly larger camera lenses, thicker antenna lines for 5G, a SIM tray relocated to the left side of the device, smart connector-like input on the right, one less speaker hole on the right, and a slightly lower power button. Also, there will still be a lightning port on the iPhone 12 instead of swapping over to USB-C. Why, you may be asking? I have no idea. It's quite annoying. I heard some rumors that the 2021 iPhone will not use USB-C either, but will have some sort of weird smart connector and really rely on wireless charging. So yeah, we'll see about that. So one rumor suggests that at least one of the iPhone 12 models could come in a new navy blue finish. They released a new midnight green color in the iPhone 11 Pro lineup, so it's not unreasonable to think that there could be a new blue color in the works as well, and I think this looks great. Me, personally, I would get the black color, because I always do. Unless I see this blue in the store and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it, I'll probably end up getting the black color, but this blue looks really, really nice. So here are some leaked images that we have here. We don't really know the full truth of all these images, but we have them at least right there. They don't know where they came from or if they're accurate, but it appears that they could be some sort of documentation. Obviously, you can see we'll have the 3 camera setup and then the LiDAR sensor that we got on the new iPads. That's definitely coming to the iPhone for sure. Also, it looks like we're going to have a smaller notch, which definitely seems reasonable. We'll definitely have to see about that though. So as for display, Apple is expected to continue offering the higher end models and the lower end that are cheaper, but it is rumored that all of the iPhones will come equipped with OLED displays this year, which would be a very, very big deal because Apple would be completely doing away with LCD displays in the iPhone lineup. Big deal, because right now the iPhone 11 Pros, they have the OLED displays, while the iPhone 11 has the Liquid Retina LCD display. And this would be a very, very big deal. Also, future iPhones could adopt the Apple Watch's LTPO display technology, which is low temperature that basically has a structure that uses 15% less power. So that would be very interesting. It does not look like this will be in this year's iPhone, but it could be. We never know. We'll have to see. So here are the rumored namings and display details on each of the iPhones right here if you want to look at it. So we have the iPhone 12, iPhone 12 Max, iPhone 12 Pro, and iPhone 12 Pro Max. A pretty interesting name. We'll have to see if that's how it's going to work out. I don't really know why we need two of these, but it's definitely something to think about. I have no idea. So we're also going to get some ProMotion technology, apparently, which is what is in the iPad, and I love the ProMotion technology in the iPad, so that would be amazing. So, of course, we're going to get the A14 chip, which will make your iPhone a lot faster, and it's rumored that the iPhone 12 Pro models will feature 6 gigabytes of RAM, while the iPhone 12 models will feature 4. So, obviously, like we were talking about before, we're going to have the same rear cameras that we got last year. I mean, obviously, they're going to be improved, but we're still going to have the same triple lens setup, as well as a LiDAR sensor right here. This is the iPhone 12 probably, not the 12 Pro, because the 12 Pro will have the 3 camera setup. So it's very interesting. The LiDAR scanner, if you don't know what that is, it uses reflective light to measure distance from the sensor to surrounding objects, which means that AR will be absolutely amazing, and as well as taking photos. We will have to see how everything works, but using that LiDAR sensor, we'll be able to get a lot better portrait mode pictures as well. Very interesting. Apple analysts Ming-Chi Kuo and Bloomberg believe that at least one of the new iPhones in 2020 will feature a smaller front camera lens for an improved screen to bezel ratio, which ultimately results in a smaller notch in the front, which I totally get. Now, this design right here would be amazing, but I definitely do not see that happening. I see something like what we're looking up where was it? Right here. We have that small notch right there. I can definitely see that being more of a reasonable thing, but this would be awesome as well. We'll have to see though. Now, some people are wanting Touch ID back in the iPhones. Me personally, I'm a really big fan of Face ID. It works perfectly. I have an iPhone 10, so my Face ID is still really slow. So yeah, I think that for these new phones where they have improved it exponentially, I'm a really big fan of it, but people do want the under-display fingerprint sensor, and it looks like Apple is going to be saving this technology for 2021 rather than 2020, which is fine. We're also supposed to be getting 5G connectivity. There's a bunch of information about that right here that if you want to read that, I'll leave a link to Mac Rumors down below, but yeah, that's crazy. Now, one thing about this iPhone is that there's not going to be any EarPods in the box. Not AirPods, just EarPods that you plug up to your phone. And that is stupid. But you know, they're doing it so that you will be getting the AirPods. And it makes sense, but yeah. So as far as pricing, this is kind of obvious. $649, $749 for the iPhone 12s and 12 Max, and then we have for the iPhone 12 Pro $1,000, and for the iPhone 12 Pro Max $1,100, which is what we have had recently, and yeah, that makes sense. Now, because of Corona and all that fun stuff, it's rumored that the iPhones will be released multiple weeks later than normal. So that is something to be looking at there. But yeah, that's basically it for all we know about the iPhone 12. I say that's basically it, but you know, that was a lot. So we do know a lot. But yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of new upgrades this year, which I'm super excited about. And next year we're supposed to have even more upgrades as well. Anyway, tell me what you think about the iPhone 12 rumors in the comments. I'd love to chat with you about them down there, because there's a lot of stuff that we have rumored, and yeah, it's very interesting. I really like the design of the metal frames like the iPad Pro, so yeah, that'd be really cool. Anyway, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and be sure to subscribe and click that bell to be notified whenever I publish more videos like this. I'll have more videos about the iPhone 12 if more news comes out, so yeah, be sure to be on the lookout for that. But yeah, alright, I guess I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.